Morning, everybody. We are going to be going through Psalm 28 this morning. So glad to be doing this with you. Things are going to change a bit as we have started services again. For all of you who were able to join us yesterday, so excited to see you and have you here with us. And if you're still hanging back, we're glad that you're still able to join us via live stream. And we look forward to when you're able to come join us in person again. But we are going to be moving to more of an abbreviated devotional schedule. We're still going to be doing some devotionals. I'm still going to go through the Psalms with you, and at least for the rest of the summer, I think. And I'm going to be going on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 o'clock with a devotional on the Psalms. So I've had a really great time going through these with you. And it's been very beneficial for me, and I hope that some of you have been blessed as well. So we're going to keep them going and look at Psalm 28 this morning. So once again, we're seeing David in these Psalms. He is faced with many enemies, faced with many foes and people trying to assail him and attack him and bring him down, and he's putting his trust in the Lord. And one of the biggest themes throughout the Psalms, and actually all of the wisdom literature, is the contrast between the way of the righteous and the way of the wicked. And the way of the righteous receive the blessings of the Lord, as we see in Psalm 1, and the way of the wicked is like chaff, which is driven away by the wind. And we see that clearly here in Psalm 28 as well. David is calling out to God for deliverance, and God is going to deliver him. He's going to destroy the wicked. And then in verses 7 through 9, we see some of the most poetic, beautiful language. We see showing us the relationship between God and his people. So, sorry, my allergies are really bad this morning. So I don't have corona, I have allergies. Psalm 28, verse 1. To you, O Lord, I call, my rock. Be not deaf to me, lest if you be silent to me, I become like those who go down to the pit. Hear the voice of my pleas for mercy when I cry to you for help, when I lift up my hands towards your most holy sanctuary. Verse 3, do not drag me off with the wicked, with the workers of evil, who speak peace with their neighbors, while evil is in their hearts. Give to them according to their work, and according to the evil of their deeds. Give to them according to the work of their hands. Render them their due reward, because they do not regard the works of the Lord, or the works of his hands. He will tear them down and build them up no more. So, this is reminiscent of Romans 3, for the wages of sin is death. So the workers of evil receive the wages of their work, which is death and destruction. And God is going to pay that out to them in his time. And David is calling out for that. So if the workers of evilness receive death, what do the workers of righteousness do, right? Or the ones who put their faith in God? Because we know that the way of the righteous is not a perfect way. The way of the righteous is a way of trust and dependence and faith, as we've seen demonstrated by the theology as in the Psalms that we've gone through so far. So it's not perfection, it's dependence. So what is the wages of the one who is dependent upon the Lord, who waits upon the Lord? David's going to lay that out for us in verses 6 through 9. Blessed be the Lord, for he has heard the voice of my pleas for mercy. The Lord is my strength and my shield. In him my heart trusts, and I am helped. See, that's the key. It's not about what you do. It's not about being perfect or walking in perfection. It's about trusting in him. And when you trust in him, you receive the help that you need. My heart exults, and with my song, I give thanks to him, right? You thank someone when they've done something for you, right? Employees don't thank an employer when they receive their paycheck. That was their work. That was their wages. They've earned that. But we thank people when they give us a gift. And that's the key here, is that God has given us a gift in Christ. And if we rest in that gift, if we rely in that gift, and if we walk in that grace, then we will receive the grace and the peace that comes through the relationship with God. Verse 8, It's not just a personal salvation. He expands it outward. The Lord is the strength of his people. He is the saving refuge of his anointed. Oh, save your people and bless your heritage. Be their shepherd and carry them forever. So we've said multiple times that a right relationship with God will cause you to be outward focused, right? If you experience the peace of a relationship with God and the joy and the hope and the salvation that comes from that, if you truly experience that, that will cause you to want to see others walk in that same way, right? When you see a good movie, when you eat a good meal, when you, do other things that you enjoy, you want to share that with other people. You want them to have the joy that you have because of that thing. And that is exactly what's happening with David. The joy that God is pouring into his heart is overflowing his heart and is actually starting to fill other people's hearts. So he is looking inward for his salvation, and then that's causing him to look outward to his brothers and the people of God, and to call out to God to save them, right? Save your people and bless your heritage. And then one of the most beautiful pieces in the psalm and one of the most beautiful metaphors in all of the psalms, be their shepherd and carry them forever. And if we want to know what that looks like, you can refer back to Psalm 23. We saw that a few weeks ago. So I don't know what you're facing today. We all have similar issues. I'm sure there's still some struggling with the reopening and all that kind of stuff, or with the other situations going on in our country. So I don't know what you're facing or what pains you're going through or what trials God has you going into or dark valleys he's walking you through. But you must remember that while it may seem like on the outside your enemies are surrounding you and are attacking you and will surely have victory over you, the one who puts their faith in the Lord will never be put to shame. The one who trusts in God and has their heart lean into God and trust in him, they will be helped, right? And thankfulness is the sign that your heart is relying upon God, no matter what's happening to you on the outside. So I don't know what you're facing. I don't know what you're going through, but I know the answer and I know the path forward. I know the way forward, and that is to put your faith in God, put your trust in him, rely on him, lean into him, and allow the thankfulness that comes from that to boil over in your heart, and you might see some fruit on the outside of that. So lean into God and see how you might be a blessing to someone and encourage their faith today, maybe this week. And I'm sure you will see the joy that comes from that pattern of life, which is the life of faith that we've seen David demonstrate so keenly in the Psalms thus far. So I hope you guys have a good day. Looking forward to looking at Psalm 29 with you on Wednesday, and continuing these devotionals twice a week from now on. So rest in the Lord and look to see how that might overflow into somebody else's life this week. So love all of you guys. Looking forward to meeting again on Sunday and to seeing you on Wednesday morning for another devotional at 10 a.m.